All right. Good morning. UB, good morning. Nana, good morning. Daniel. He's actually referring to something from this morning where I had mentioned I am considering just doing Twitch for brunch in the future because it costs me a decent amount of money each month to run both unless I do a bunch of stuff that I'm too technically stupid to figure out on my own. But I had not considered the video on demand portion of it, which will, I guess will play a role in that decision making. Oh my god. Yeah, I know, you're smart, you know how to do that stuff. I'm a dumb old man who, UB likes to say I'm a boomer, not a boomer, but I feel like it sometimes. I did not. This is actually the first time since GCs have been released where I did not do mine right away. So I haven't even looked at this. I might as well get this out of the way first. I think I have a 5-star Syndulla. So let's just, I don't know, let's go with U4, and where are you, Syndulla? I'm just an old dog. Hey, Solo. Did you watch that Mega Man episode yet? I haven't. I haven't had time, but it's been constantly on my mind that I need to because I'm very curious about it. Everybody on the Mega Man subreddit are saying, that the show itself is kind of lame, but that episode was really good. Oh, that fucking blows. That sucks. That sucks. God damn. Yeah, we've had some, people not deploy, and we've lost... The last couple, we've had issues where we've lost stars, 1 or 2 stars. But nothing... nothing on that level. Let's do... I don't even know who we're... You know what? Actually, light side, dark side. Let's do Hut Cartel. See what happens. Oh my god, our failure rate is 30% on Zepho. I hate Zepho so bad. I hate that unlock mission. More than anything else. I lost it this time. It was going really well, and then you get one of those. Everybody gets assists 10 times, and then the IPD blew up, and I was really annoyed by it. We had a new member, brand new member. I won't say their name. They are known to some degree. We had a brand new member this time fail to deploy in phase 2, which cost us the 333. I was a little annoyed by that, but mistakes, they happen. As long as it doesn't happen often, they do happen. It just sucks that it happened as brand new. And then I lost the Mandalore mission too this time because the Crate Dragon, why do I keep saying Dragon? The Crate Dragon just ate 3 guys in a row, which I've never seen happen before. It was Moonborn. It must have been. It had to have been Moonborn. Alright, where do you think... okay, let's see here. Let's see if we can do it here. My guild name or Cap's guild name? My guild name, we're Awakened Mandalorians, which we were a part of a different alliance when I joined it, and then we joined Awakened, and Awakened demanded that your name was Awakened and then a faction within Star Wars. And I had workshopped Awakened Gungans to the guild at the time, but they weren't having it. But now there's a bunch of guilds in Awakened that don't have faction names. Yeah, you know, look, things happen with life, right? Like, when life things happen, I get it. Like, some people in my guild get really annoyed, but I get it. Generally, 1 star is not a big issue. 2 stars is not a big issue, unless it's a big star. It's a big reward leap star. So I'm not too worried. Our new strategy has been getting a little easier. Day 1 is obviously easy. Day 2 is a shit show. Day 3 is a shit show. Day 4, 5, and 6 have started to lighten up, which is nice, and get a little bit easier. Do I remod for Zepho? Yes, I do. I have hot utils, so I'm able to remod fairly quickly without too much issue. I remod for Zepho, and I remod for two of the raid teams I remod for. If I did not have hot utils, I wouldn't, though, because it's such a pain to remod when you don't have hot utils. That was actually really easy. I'm going to try to go a little bit higher. I don't know, let's try this. I don't really need to do this, but okay. Let's do it. TB, right? Can you do the last phase on auto? So am I wasting my time here? Well, we're already here. We're already doing it. I'm going to make M3 proud of me. So when he comes in and tells me to take my vitamin D, got it right here. It's my last one. I got to go get it refilled. Oh, man. No, I don't put enough effort into GCs not to auto. So if I can't do this on auto, I've already done more than I need to. I do have prescription vitamin D. I went to the doctor about 4 months ago for the first time in first time in years. And he did a blood test, and he said that guys my age, so listen to this, Cap. He said guys my age almost always are deficient in vitamin D. And you can obviously go to the store and get like a daily vitamin, but he gave me a once a week vitamin that has like a shit ton of vitamin D in it. Look at all those dots. Oh my god. I know for a fact that I am deficient in vitamin D. He actually also did an allergy test, and it was very funny. When I went to did the allergy test, my allergy test came back as pollen, slightly allergic, dogs, slightly allergic, like everything, just like mildly allergic, mildly allergic, mildly allergic. And then for cats, it was like, you're super highly allergic to cats. And then when I went to the pulmonologist the next month, they told me, I think having 2 cats is literally killing you. So it is. Daniel, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. But from what I understand, a lot of people do take this once a week instead of the once a day. I'm assuming that maybe it's not water soluble. Vitamin D is maybe fat soluble, in which case it wouldn't happen. Let's find out. Vitamin D, water soluble or fat soluble. Vitamin D is fat soluble, so you will not pee it out. See, the more you know. Did you guys know that you would come here and learn shit today? This is one of those things where if this were not an auto, this would probably be super easy. I'm allergic to CG bullshit. I don't know. I gotta tell you, speaking of CG bullshit, in terms of the Gungies, Meathead was the first person to send me his Gungies video. Meathead, right before he went on vacation. And it might be one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. And I am super excited about that. Super excited to show people that when the time comes. Like, I am pumped. So I'm on the CG hype train just for today because Meathead put out. I don't even know what I'm doing. Probably should. Like, how many times have I killed Mon Mothma before? Or Moff Gideon? I don't even know what the thing is for this battle. What am I stacking on them right now? Oh, inevitable failure. Oh, man. Probably would have been better on full auto. Well, oh well. So, if I paid attention to that modifier, I could probably do this. And maybe I'll do it later. But I don't need it, so I don't care. What do I need? 3 battles with Chopper. Defeat 10 enemies with any version of Hera. 3 battles with Chopper. Okay, well. That's exactly what I'm saying, Solo. And, that is my, not my identity. That's my truth. I'm living my truth. I don't even know, C-squared. Sometimes, I feel like in some they do and some they don't. Let's see what's going on here. I've opened up the Vandor. Where's Vandor? Okay. So this is our next star goal is on Vandor, but that's going to require these lovely platoons. And of course some jackasses actually... It is most likely, Cap, that my breathing issues are related to an asthma that I've always had, but that is heavily exacerbated by my cats. Yes. 100% that is exactly accurate to what is happening. But I can't give up my cats because they are my cats and I love them. We originally took a not great path in TB back when, like, there was no known, right? Like, you just had to make it up and figure it out, and there's definitely better paths now. So I've recently pivoted our path to something a little bit better. I don't think we can go to the most efficient path without it being a very, very significant departure in terms of the things that we have already done. Probably all the drinking. No, it's the cat. It is my second cat, Bruschetta. She is a little asshole, and she is the reason that I am slowly dying. And of course, I'm probably going to lose this mission because I'm not getting all of the assists that I want. And the fuck was that? What a waste. This fucking one-hit bullshit. I mean, they're technically both of our cats because we got them after getting married. I also use the MILF for that same exact reason. I just need... But in that particular instance, I was hoping for something very specific to happen. And we're going to make it work. When you're involved, it is always an innuendo. You know that. I was ready for that to be a kill shot, and that would have really pissed me off. There we go. Alright. I got the win. That's all that matters. I think I did the ghost feat. I think I just have the chopper feat. Let's see. Quest, episode. Yeah, I need chopper. Which I'll do later today. Let's do Mommy Mandalore. This usually works. Not always. Yeah, I need to do chopper. Now that it's the last couple of days. Throw it on auto. See what happens. That way, actually, I can go over here. I can actually write out my timestamps because I forgot to write them out. TB MrDnj. I have a Captain Amazing sized line for Jrntrx. For roster reviews this week. I don't know why. We're definitely not getting to all of them. I thought I was all caught up. I was very excited last week. I was like, oh, that's awesome. But goddamn. Man, so many people in the last week. My list is not actually fully updated. I just put the ones on there that I'd probably be able to get to today. I'm very bad at updating that list. This morning it actually only had 2 people on it. And then I was like, oh shit. And realistically, I'm probably only going to get to 3 to 5 of them. So later today I have to actually go through the list, and I have to go to yours, and I have to find all of them. But there's no way I'm getting to all of them in one day. There's no way. Morning, Hot Hot. I started reading it, and I didn't realize that it was I forgot about the whole joke thing, and you got a little giggle out of me. Oh, well, I want to be honest, UB, I don't think I'm getting to Estafano this morning. I will look at the timestamps. I very quickly did that list today, but if I'm really honest, we're probably just going to get the Jrntrx. Just based on, but who knows? Maybe they're super easy roster reviews, and we'll knock a ton of them out. We don't actually need to do Vandor. This is a star that we're not getting this time. But I asked the guild to start doing just this battle. Just to see. Hey, Soper. How's it going? Morning. Man, I'm trying to get through all this like espresso. We have an espresso at home. I'm trying to get through all of the backlog of them. Finish them up. Yeah, I feel great this morning, honestly. I feel really good. The vitamin D pills have really helped over the last couple of months, I think. At least psychosomatically. But I feel good. I got a nice sleep. It's a very light day today. I got nothing like on the agenda. We're staying home. We got the Broncos game. As long as the Broncos win, I'll be super... Oh, fuck you with that shit. As long as the Broncos win, I'll be super happy. We'll see if that happens. And then I got UrzZz tonight. I'm going on with him. I'm excited for that. I actually, so you know what really annoys me? I lost my last JC, which I did on stream. And I think one of the major reasons I lost the JC is I completely forgot to put the Terran Malicos Datacron on him, on my defense. And it really annoyed me. Because I think that would have been a much harder team. Like, they had trouble with my defense. And I think that would have put them in a position where they would not have been able to win. But I've rectified that. I have fixed it for this time, for next week. Or for this match coming up, I should say. Oh, does it make it easier? Oh, I don't know what he used. I honestly have no idea what he used. So if he used... Okay, I mean, if he used Malgus, I'm not going to check. I'll be honest. I won't. I don't know what he used, but I know that he stalled pretty hard on my front wall. So I don't know what his options were. And I stalled a little hard. You beat me by like 4 points. It was a good match though. And I don't need the crystals, so I'm not mad about it. I was a Broncos fan last year. And we did not do super great. Russell Wilson, was... Russell Wilson was Russell Wilson. I'm not happy about the fact that we're currently paying him to win for another team, but Bo Nix as a rookie quarterback is putting in the work, and I'm very impressed by him. Very, very impressed by him, and we're excited for the game today, and even if we don't make the playoffs, but I would love to at least make the playoffs. That would be super nice. Let's see. Use our Gungans here. Well, UB, I know not everything is going well for you right now, so I'm happy that there's on top of the stuff that you told me 2 days ago, I'm happy that whether things are turning around or at least there's some bright stars in there. That's awesome. That's fair. Okay, I'll take it. You know what, Solo? My wife, we always joke we'll take pictures of Sean Payton, him with his playbook. He always looks like he's ordering food off the Cheesecake Factory menu, and we have a lot of fun with that. I think my wife actually just bought a Bo Nix jersey while we were at the bar last week. She was drunk and was like, I'm gonna do it. I don't know if her intention is to wear it herself or if she's intending to give it to me as a Christmas gift. But we have she, I think, got the jersey. We have a lot of Broncos stuff now. We have really I have my Broncos hoodie, which I'm not wearing. We have our Broncos blanket, which I was wearing during the GAC stream Friday night. I have my Broncos Star Wars socks, which were like $50 fucking for 3 pairs, but I don't care. It was worth it. Bo Nix Rookie of the Year, fucking hell yeah, man. Like his first 2 games out of the gate were not the best games. But he is really, him and his offense, they have found stride and are doing good. And I know he hurt his back last week, and then, having the Thursday game did not help. So, so I'm hoping having the bye week has done wonders for him. Because we don't have... I always sound a little hoarse. Well, fuck you too. What do we want to do here? Let's do my Night Sisters. M3, you'll be proud of me. You didn't walk in and say, hey, I need to take my my vitamin D, but I took it. I remembered this morning, and I even specifically said, see, look, you just said it. I'm empty, man. I said it on stream. That was my last pill. I took it maybe 20 minutes ago. I gotta go get my refill in a few days. Ugh. What's great is my principal is a Jets fan, so I get to make fun of him generally. Listen, I am. I swallowed that shit like a pro. Pun intended. Euphemism intended, not pun. We have a good chance of making it to the playoffs this year. So, you know, we may not be the best team, but we have a good chance. Are we winning the Super Bowl? No. Are we making it to the Super Bowl? Oh, most certainly not. But even like our upcoming game against the Chiefs, we went 1-for-1 with them last year. And last year, or this last game was an away game, and we lost by one freaking point in that last second. And now it's going to be a home game. So I think we're going to beat the Chiefs in our last game of the season, which would be amazing. That one I've heard. That one I've heard before. So Solo around here, I mean, yeah, like, but because this area has so many teams, it is split. We have Jets fans, we have Giants fans, and we have Bills fans. And then, believe it or not, you know, you have your Eagles fans. A ton of kids in school, they love Saquon Barkley, who I also love because he's on my fantasy team and he's been putting up tons of points. Like tons and tons of points for me. Fucking Townsend sleeping on the job. No, Benny and the Jets. There we go. Get all those brain worms in there. I'm actually having a great phase. Oh, and my poll ends today too. Damn it. Don't I have to do that? I do. Well, shit. Man, I was feeling pretty good about my signal data going into this, but now not so much. Alright, so let's do Vader. Oh, maybe we don't want to do Vader yet. Let's do Sith first. See what happens. Solo, I'll tell you the same thing that I told Rymus. Rymus asked me if I wanted to join his league, and you know, I would consider it next year if you guys don't take it too seriously. My guild does a league as well. I would say they're not serious, but like it is more time consuming. I don't know if I have time for more than one like really serious league. I know one of my guild officers is in 6 leagues, and I don't know how the hell he does it, but next year, you know, around football time, if you hit me up, if I have the time, I would strongly consider it. I'm having a good phase. I have not had the best TB, but I'm having a good phase. Oh, that's not that bad. And I mean, I already do shitty Omicrons for the hell of it. Will they add a new planet? Yes, I think that they will. I think that they've been adding about one planet a year. I fully expect it. They generally like to redo, they try to like reuse assets from old raids, right? So we've seen the crate. Will we see something with... Is Endor a planet already? I don't even honestly know. But I think they need to find a place to use that raid. I do think probably Naboo might be coming next, though. I will say that they really need to figure out the time commitment of ROTE first, because each of these planets being added has really significantly increased the time commitment of the people who play it. And it has gotten frustrating in that respect, especially like days where you have, I think day 3 or I think it's day 4. Day 4, I have 5 planets open. Okay, hot. I have not heard that one before, so you are now safe. My one of my guild officers suggested doing Geo for the Christmas one, just to make it our lives easier. And you know what, I think he suggested Hoth, because nobody really has done Hoth, and it just didn't make sense for us. But what we are doing, UB, is we're taking it a little bit lighter. Yeah, I know I can't use him. We're taking it a little bit lighter, and we might, for the Christmas one, we might lose a star or two. We're not going to stress it, because Thanksgiving was a really stressful time trying to get everybody doing their shit. I don't think Naboo needs to die. I think Naboo is a lovely planet. It's where Palpatine is. It's a very important planet. It's where Palpatine is from. We have our Gungans there. It's where Queen Amidala is from. It played a vital role in everything that happened in Star Wars, even though it was largely an unimportant planet before that. Has my guild guy done his? Because I forgot to tag people. We will burn Utica to the ground. I love it, C squared. Yeah, so C squared, that's why we're, what we've decided on is we're going to run our normal TB, and we'll do our normal tags, but we're not going to babysit it. And if we lose 2 or 3 stars, we're just not going to stress it. We're not going to care. If you're too busy to do things, then that's fine. We're not going to make it an issue for the Christmas week. With that said, though, I'm home that Christmas week, so, if there are guildmates who need help getting their TB done, I will volunteer to do it and help them with it. I kind of like using Hot Cartel here. It's gonna suck when I R9 this team. Something like Crate would probably be added after this whole phase is done. No, I don't let the game, I don't let the game my life revolve around the game. But as an officer, obviously, I do have to do a lot of babysitting sometimes, which is frustrating. When like on a Sunday, I'd rather be enjoying the football game than having to check every 15 minutes. Yeah, but C squared, I can run both at the same time. Actually, I did that for Moonborn one time while I was home. And I was running his TB on my PC while I was running my TB on my phone. So I can do Conquest while I'm running a TB. No big deal. Not a problem at all. All right. Let's see. What can I do? I mean, this is all I got. All right. It was actually quite silly. I actually had more fun running 2 TBs at the same time than I do having fun running 1. Because I was like on here, like it was just a back and forth management thing for a half hour. And I kind of enjoyed that. It was way more interesting than running 1. So if I could find a way to run like 3, I almost feel like I would do it. Alright, we're doing alright. We got 281 to deploy. One thing I do have to do, I forgot to do, is oh, look at that. I guess I don't have to pop out because my TB officer is taking care of that now. But let me see where we are on the plus minus for this. So what do we got? I have 729 minus 629 is 100. We need to get there. Plus 316 minus 274 is 142. And then we need 20 here. So we need about 162. We have 281. Fucking nice. Beautiful. We have a nice fancy lead. Holy shit. That means if we do plus 40, 119 plus 46, 165, so 341 minus 165 is 176, minus 33, minus 33, minus 33. Man, so if we platoon Vandor, interesting. Oh, we're getting so close to it. So close to it. Being able to get that star. God damn, I like it. Alright, what do we got here? 36, there's 14 left, 14 battles. So about 25? 14, so there's 14, 7, 21, 21. So we can go to 710. Nice. Alright, so this is the last battle I can do. This is my favorite one to run because it's a crapshoot of will it work, will it not work. Let's try throwing Mon Mothma in there just to have an extra character. Let's see what happens. They always go after. If I could get that stun, this works. But I can't get that stun, so I don't think that this is working. Oh, it's definitely not working now. Well, that is, That's TB for me. 710. Let's just check these goals. How did we do here? Only 25 battles here, too. Mandalore. What is our next goal? So first is 710. This can be deleted. Let's say next here we need about 50 or so. Oop. I'm gonna say 1,000,000. There's 20 left. 396, 376. I'm gonna say 350. Next, 350. Okay. We have housekeeping to do. Let's see what that housekeeping looks like. Let's check out Discord. Oh, what before? Okay. All right. Let's see. What do we got? We got our poll, right? We got to get that poll done. C squared is really making it clear that I have to keep spending money. Our poll for this week was 1215, and it looks like a very easy Saw Gerrera. Not even really close. Usually these get fairly close. So let us populate a new poll. And what is 2 weeks from now? 2 weeks from now is the 29th. All right, so before we populate this next poll, let's drop down Discord. We have to do Saw Gerrera. Get it done. Guess I should probably do his Zetas now, right? At the very least. Doing these polls has really put a drain on my resources. All this signal data every month. Go into characters I don't even use. Alright. I have to remod him later. Let's see. We're going to go to the bottom of this roster. Well, my roster is in a very different place than your roster. This is who's left. Right? This is what we got left. We're starting to get there. Who wants to buy me the Tuscan bundle? And then I won't have to do them. So, let's populate this poll. Let's see. We got to take Saw Gerrera out of there. Let's... Actually, I have to delete the whole poll first. Alright, who are we adding in here? I'm going to pull an audible, which I'm allowed to do, since I am the leader here. And I am going to say Night Sister Spirit to start. Right? Who else is going on this list, guys? The Mandalorian. Okay, the Mandalorian is on that list. We're starting to get there. Who else do I want? Is there anyone here that I give a shit about? Other than Night Sister Spirit? I know. Trench is on there every single time. And every single time people ignore him and say, nah. Trench. The Armorer. Kira also. And people do not seem to want Kira to go on there. Do some Nest. Alright. Enfy's Nest. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, Haddad. You have to have one of the shitty characters in there. We'll do Nest. We will do Range Trooper, who I would not mind doing, honestly. Imperial Super Commando. And we need one more. One more for that list. Who else can we relic? I hear my cat bumping into her automatic feeder. She is hungry. Okay, another shitty one. Young Lando. Let's do it. Young Lando it is. I don't think Young Lando has been on the list at all. Right? I don't have Young Lando. He's got to be here somewhere. Yeah, okay. That is 10. That is 10 for now. I am going to go populate this poll. I am going to post it to Discord. I am going to take 2 minutes to go get myself another espresso and some water. And then we have some roster reviews that need to get done. So I will be right back. Ba-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it. Copyright. Okay, let's see what we got on the agenda for it, right? I did everything. Everything's done in game. Okay. Let's see what we got. Where is turn off the game? We need Discord back up. And Star Wars down. Let's head over to the roster reviews area. Over to, who is it? MrDnj. MrDnj. What time is it? 1:02:30. Okay. Top 20 fleet. Haven't really checked for a long time, but I expect there's a couple of executors, a bit of profundity, and some negotiators. Now, this is ridiculous to me, because when you say haven't really checked in a long time, I mean, you filled out this whole survey. Just go look. Right? Like, am I being fucked with here? You fill out a whole survey of shit, just be like, oh, let me go into the game and take a quick check. As for Fleet Discord, I haven't done this simply because I'm not in the top 50 yet. Okay, yeah, I mean, you need a, generally your fleet is going to want you to have one of the GL fleets before they even care. So it's not even worth looking at yet. Rebel Roundup, Forest Moon, CT2, Places of Power is 0, Military Might, CT2, Ground War 0. So I'm going to say we're at like the 3 to 4 million range somewhere. My current plan, my end goal is to living through my account's username by getting Grand Inquisitor and Lord Vader. What is the account? Oh, I get it. The step to achieve there is not really important, but I want to get them sooner than later. As to the efficiency, I don't really care about efficiency of this account, especially since heading GI and LV aren't really the most efficient paths. But if it drastically improves this account towards my end goal, I might consider it. Just try to go nuts and try out new things. The main goal of this account is only for enjoying certain teams and comps my main will probably never experience. Okay, this is... okay. Things to consider. My main farming revolves around Luke triangles, as of MrDnj says. So this account probably will focus around Anakin instead, also Darth Revan. My main doesn't have any enchants to farm him for some reason. One more thing I forgot to mention. My guild also slowly transitioning to BKM, so I need to start farming her soon. I'm currently farming their shards right now, so that's one thing to table. So this person, their name is GILV, Grand Inquisitor Lord Vader, right? This is going to be an interesting one. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Fedcom Vanguard. No GLs yet. Fairly new account. What did I say? I said 3 to 4 million. 2.8 million. That's pretty close. Okay. How are we on these shard farms? 4. Keller and Beck. No, haven't even really done it yet. Paz, no. So I'm assuming Ig. We do have Ig slightly up there. Let's check out. Well, let me see the guild. It's interesting. A guild at 266 is transitioning to Mandalore already. Really heavily propped up by a few very large accounts, clearly. More on the casual side. We're keeping in mind that this is basically, it's an alt account. Let's just kind of see. Okay, so obviously I am known, people know me, the Jabba counter, which we do need to throw up there. So let us get him, where are my background? No, backgrounds, alerts. Let's throw Jabba up there, even though we're probably not using him right now. This account is very different than most accounts because it's an alt account and you have very, very specific criteria and you want to play it largely for fun. Okay, I get that. That's cool. One thing I would really suggest is trying to build out the very easy background ROI. So the things that'll give you something every month at very low cost. Right, so I'm looking at Places of Power and Ground War, and both of those things right now you have it at 0, and you can get them relatively easily. You know, like Places of Power, literally if you just get Nihilus up to G12, you can probably do Places of Power to CT1 without any issues at all. CT2 if you take it slow and steady. And have a little bit of RNG. But CT1 you could probably hit auto if you did Palp, Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Darth Sidious, and a G12 Nihilus. And that kind of fits into your darker theme of wanting to go for teams that maybe you're not going to get for a very long time on your main account if you start to invest in those teams. But the nice thing about this is that Nihilus to G12 is not going to cost you any Chirotech, and you'll make up Chirotech on the back end. And the reason that this is going to become really important to you is that as someone who wants to go for something like Lord Vader or these really Chirotech heavy teams, you want to make sure that you're able, to do that as quickly as possible. So Chirotech, anytime you can pick up Chirotech largely for free, I would highly, highly, highly recommend doing that, right? So Nihilus to G12 for me is like a non-negotiable thing that you should do in the very short term. Jedi, your Jedi are like non-existent, and I get that you want to go on this like darker path, but again, this is something that I would really consider investing in, maybe even just enough to get them, to be able to do CT1 of Ground War at very low, Chirotech cost. And if you were to do something, I mean, our options here are incredibly, incredibly limited. But if you were to put together a G12 team with Revan, who I know you don't have yet, but you're going to need Revan in order to get Malik, and you're gonna want Malik if you're going for Darth Revan. So if you were to do something like Jedi Knight Revan lead, Jedi Knight Anakin, Bastilla Shan, Grandmaster Yoda, and then like General Kenobi, so that you have a solid, even at G12 for all of those characters, you're probably gonna be able to get CT1 of Ground War done, and then just have a constant rotation of being able to get Chirotech every month. Those are the two short-term things I would prioritize, just so that you're constantly building out a backbone of finishers, of Zetas, of Chirotech. Again, super, super important for your short term. Where are our Inquisitors right now? It's interesting. So you did this with Tuskens. I'm imagining you bought the bundle. Maybe not. Because is the bundle R3? Did you do this naturally? It doesn't matter if you did it naturally or not, if I'm completely honest. But so you have Tuskens, you're able to do Fanatical Devotion. I would say after. So you said R3, bundles R5, whatever. It's irrelevant, either way, it doesn't matter. It's just interesting that you have no investment in the Inquisitors yet, with that being a major goal of yours. I would say that those short-term projects are incredibly important. I don't know how seriously you take this account in terms of like running battles, doing your fleet, or whether you want to even do your fleet right now. But I think I would also really try to push hard towards Executor. Profundity, you're not going down the path of those characters. Leviathan, you're very far away from. Executor is going to give you crystals each month. So when we talk about like your goal of being silly and doing teams that you probably wouldn't be able to get otherwise, having those crystals is going to get you there faster, even if you only get Executor to like 5 stars. So I think that I would heavily prioritize Executors. I think I would heavily prioritize Executor for this. I would 100% prioritize Jedi Knight Revan and that team I isolated just to get to CT1 of that assault battle. I would do Nihilist to G12 just to get to CT1, possibly CT2 of Places of Power. Just as your foundation. That's your foundation for this account. Commander Han, Chewbacca, Chupio, C-3PO, Getting CT3 of military might with your team, it's really just a modding thing. I know you're in the early game, so you might have them access to those mods. We're not going to be too worried about that stuff. But if we want to talk about what you want to do for fun, versus like what your main is doing because it makes sense, once you get those things, yeah, fucking go all out on Grand Inquisitor. If that's like your bread and butter fun team, start 5 battling a day them now. I can't tell you not to do BKM because your guild is saying, hey, start doing that. They are either accelerated or on the precipice of becoming accelerated in the very, very near future. So I would do those short-term things that I isolated for you. Executor is more of a mid-term thing, very important. I would be 5 battling a day, your Mommy Mandalore characters. I would 100% be 5 battling a day, all of your Inquisitors for the fuck of it, because if that's what you want to do, then straight up YOLO, that's what you want to do. I want to check just because it's been a long time. Let me see. This is not what I want to look at. There. Journey guides. Lord Vader. What do these look like again? Bad Batch is probably going to serve you well going into this next phase of the game. And General Skywalker. So really the teams you should be focusing are Grand Inquisitor. You should be focusing your 501st. And you should be focusing your Bad Batch. I don't know what you want me to tell you when we say like, hey, these are the things that I really want to do. So fucking do them. I would just, if I were to offer you anything in terms of like a roster review, the first things that I would do are Nihilist to G12 for Places of Power, focus on Jedi Knight Revan, because you're going to need him for Malak anyway, so it's not a waste. Get that team that I isolated. I think it was Jedi Knight Revan, General Kenobi, Grandmaster Yoda, Bastilla Shan. I don't know who the 5th was. Let's see. Doesn't really matter. Bastilla, Grandmaster Yoda, Revan, General Kenobi, and Jedi Knight Anakin. You could even do Jolie because he'll be able to revive. Just get that shit out of the way and Executor out of the way, and then just fucking balls to the walls on the thing you want to do. You know, that's the best way of going about it. There's not much else I can offer you. If I were to say long-term prospects for this count, what to do, then have fun with maybe some of the side teams that are special mission requirements. You know, like the Saw Gerrera team. I love the old Night Sister team. And I know the new Night Sister team is very meta right now, but I'm a big fan of that old Night Sister team. Fucking do Ewoks. If this is just a, hey, nobody does them, they're fun teams, Ewok is a fun as hell team. Go after them as well. Shit, go for Gungans. I never tell people to go for Gungans. And by the time you get to Gungans, they'll be out of vogue because they're not going to be needed anymore. But they're fun as shit. Like, I enjoy them so much. They are a silly, silly, silly team. I don't know what else to tell you, though, because, you know, you have a very... Your account is named after Grand Inquisitor Lord Vader. That's your thing. Just do what I said first, and you'll get there faster, and you'll get everything else much faster going into the future. I have spoken. I don't know. Those of you joining me right now, you know, good morning. Skin dude, no skin dude, scary. And Frank too. Good morning. How's it going, guys? Let's move on because there's not too much else I can offer people who have a very definitive plan as it is. Let's see, MrDnj. Let's head over to... Oh, I get it. I should have read the whole thing. No foreskin. Well, that's... tell people. That's fine. What are our... Meanwhile, I'm thinking of The Good Doctor and the girl who got so burned that they, like, grafted salmon skin to her. And then there was a weird romantic subplot about that, but that's fine. Oh, man. Beazy, I didn't really know you too long ago, but you joined us on our donation game. And I've gotten to know you through that, so thank you for that help there. That was awesome. Let's see. Top 20, mix of Leviathan, Profundity Executor. Are you coordinating? I'm in the Fleet Discord, usually top 5, depending on work and RNG. Salt battles, do your best. CT3, basically all CT3s. Secrets and Shadows CT2. CT3 is not actually a terrible time sink post-Merrin. Pre-Merrin, that battle would take like 20 minutes just to get to the 4th phase and to die. Post-Merrin, you can get to that and know if you're going to win or not in like 2 minutes. Fanatic Devotion CT2, Pretty Paw Patrol. Okay, we're pretty good. Duel of the Fates, Tier 6. Not sold on Paw Patrol, Tier 6. It seems like you're more on an end game account, probably about 10 to 11.5 million. At that point in the game, I'm telling you, my Peridia Patrol are R7. They will be going to R9. I want to get them to R9 by the next event. I'm really hoping that I can get that done, but you guys keep making me waste my signal data on shit, so who knows if that'll actually happen. But I see the writing on the wall, and the sooner I can get R9 stuff on farm, the better. What are you currently working on, Lord Vader and Glat? Are you dead set? Nope. If you're probably in a portion of the game where it doesn't matter. And you don't have that much left to go to, unless you're a really highly efficient account, which is possible. How highly do you value efficiency? Efficiency over fun. Fun comes from getting time back. That, you know what? I'm going to use that from now on, because I agree. Are there any favorite characters? Nah. Yitas. Let's see. What do we got here? I said 10 to 11.5. Man, I've been just outside range for all of these. 11.6 million. I'm not going to say that I'm good, but that was pretty impressive, personally, I think. 5, 6, 7. So you're only missing Lord Vader. Did you do Balo? Actually, Jar Jar. We haven't done Jar Jar, which I don't think is really a necessity. What about these guys? Great Mothers you're working on. I know it really does suck because of all of that Cantina energy that you have to burn on there. Let's check out our remnants. Imperial remnants. Okay, so you have all of these ones, right? 1, 2, 3, yes, which we knew. And then, where's our Spectre? I like to say Spectra. I know it's not Spectra, but I like to say that. Alright, okay, so you're, oh yeah, side farms are for BKM requirements right now. Got it. So you don't have BKM. Interesting. Sabine is the only one. It's interesting that you have Huyang to relics and Syndulla, but like the middle one is the one that you don't. So I don't know if that was a conscious choice or you just got lucky. And if you did get lucky on Huyang, then fuck you. I never get lucky. He says, being married. Let's see where our mommy Mandalore is. Kelleran Beck is at 7. Paz Vizsla. That's interesting. I'm actually almost impressed that you do not have that yet. Is your guild doing Mandalore? We got some luck there. I need luck. I'm waiting for luck on one of just one. Yeah, is your guild doing Mandalore yet, or are they prioritizing Mandalore yet? I'm just surprised that an account like this does not have Mommy Mandalore yet. Like, that's crazy to me. Okay, so alright, so it's not a priority yet. Jedi Knight. You do have Cal and Seer, so you're doing that. I would definitely advise you to at least, I know you said your side farms. I don't know if that means you're doing it every day, but I would advise you to at least make sure you're doing 5 battles on Paz a day. I wouldn't even say ever do more than 5. I would just say definitely do 5 a day to get there, to get where you need to get. You have all these guys. Sometimes it's easier to look at what you don't have at this point. Okay. All right. Yeah, definitely do that. For Morgan and Great Mothers, it's kind of tricky because we're in a position, your account is in a position where like you always want to focus the new thing, but also at the same time, it's going to take you some time to get through things. So like, do you wait for them to be accelerated? Is Balin going to be important? I am somebody who says with Cantina farms, do like 5 battles a day and use the rest on signal data. It's just functionally easier. But the nice thing about those 2 characters is that whether or not you're doing them, you can speed them up considerably or slow them down considerably because there is no refresh involved with the node itself. I don't know how big of a GAC player you are, but I do, for anyone that has Rey, I really strongly recommend the Zori Bliss Omicron. I use it pretty much every GAC, and I'm not even a GAC player. Yeah. I mean, yeah, well, that doesn't always really tell me how seriously you take it, because you could be good or bad at it, but I in K2, K3, I use Zori pretty much every time. I don't think it's a wasted Omicron at all. Let's see. are we doing on that Lord Vader farm? Very close. Very close. Nice. Jar Jar. Bo-Katan. Balin. You're just like me. I love it. I am also a lazy GAC player. I do what I can. I turtle. I go from there. Here's what I would say. You're at it's not a weird part of the game, but you're at kind of the same part of the game I'm at. You're just a little bit behind on the Galactic Legends. You're so close to Lord Vader, it just doesn't even matter. You definitely should be finishing that. And presumably, I didn't actually check Glat in terms of like the stuff that didn't come. Yeah, you're right. Like you're there with when it comes to Glat. Well, actually, why does it say nothing? It should actually say Sabine. Sabine's stuff, rather. Because she is a requirement. That's a weird bug. Turtling keeps me in K3, K2. I kind of hover. Yeah, I hover right on that. Let's see, where am I? Egnards. Let's just take a quick stop. My GAC. I mean, that's my GAC. Right? So that's my account. And that's turtling. So, you know, I'm going to keep turtling. Let's go back. Okay, so, you know, you're at that position in the game where you're just slightly behind on me. I would just keep doing what you're doing. There's nothing else that I can tell you. You are in a good position. Finish Glat because you're right there and Glat's coming out. You know, I don't know if. Here's the thing: if you're a major GAC player, it makes sense to burn crystals on Sabine when Ahsoka comes out next week. But you're a lazy GAC player, so to me personally, it doesn't make sense to burn those crystals. It does make sense, though, that when Sabine is farmable, to do like 2 or 3 refreshes a day to get Glat fairly quickly, like in the first 2 months. Because nothing else requiring her is going to come out in that dead zone of January to February. So I would personally, and it's what I'm doing, but you're a little bit further ahead. I would personally hold for Ahsoka, and once Sabine comes out, I would balls to the walls on that. But while you're in that holding pattern right now, I would be burning down Lord Vader because you're so close to that as well. I would keep on the Balin Skull train a little bit, you know, doing a little bit of the signal data each day. I know it sucks with them both being 16 Cantina nodes. It is really rough. But if you can get a couple battles a day, it'll make it a little bit easier just in case he's useful for something. And I would definitely be doing your 5 battles a day for Mommy Mandalore. I would ignore Jar Jar Binks personally. By the time you have him, he's not going to be useless. It's a fun team. But by the time you get to a point where you were like, should I go for him? That next thing is going to be out. Those new Bad Batch characters or mercenary characters, whatever they are, they're going to be out. That's what it comes down to. You know, the only other thing I could say is, like, if we were to look at your relic units and we were to look at your Omicrons, I personally really like the Captain Rex one. Apparently it was broken for a really long time, you know, and has been fixed in the last couple of months. But there's nothing else that's, like, really, really glaring or, like, sticking out to me as, like, what? How do you not have that? Exactly, Irakoro, which is why I don't, as much as I love Jar Jar, the only person I have ever recommended Jar Jar to is the person that was, I just did their roster review because they wanted a silly account. They wanted a fun account. They wanted teams that they weren't going to be using. So, I mean, you know, when an account at the 11, 12 million range comes to me, there's not too much that I can tell them other than like just distinct farming strategies. And one of those for me, again, is how I would handle Sabine based on what you have told me. And then... So I wish I could give you more. I hope that was helpful at least to some degree. If you have any like actual like specific questions, you know, I will happily answer those before we move on. But there isn't really too much else I can offer you. You're in a good position. Keep doing what you're doing. No, you're in a great position, man. And I'm kind of jealous of the position you're in for Ahsoka. I wish I was in that position. I am further behind than you, just on the newest marquees. In terms of like real quick acquisitions, again, Zori Bliss, Omicron would be really nice for you. Can you hear me now? Am I being heard now? Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. I don't know what the fuck happened. My webcam, my audio is still reading on my side. Interesting. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, like my screen was still registering audio, so I don't know. Again, so I don't know if you heard me, but like I'm not saying like there's nothing that's like crazy. I like POW personally for if you know for the Luthen team and And just from Mon Mothma in general, I don't think that he's mandatory. What the fuck? I don't think that there's anything that's like, oh, you really should have this that's down here. As for Irakoro, I think about the votes. So technically the vote is R0, but I have been bringing all of them to R5. Anything that has been a vote, even though it's just to Relic G13, I have been bringing every single one of them to R5. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Stop is nice, but he's a 16 Cantina energy, so I think that that's really a super high luxury that you do not need right now. And he's only really good if you also invest in the Omicron. You know, if you really want like a silly project, Gar Saxon and Imperial Super Commando works really nicely in GAC, but you're also a lazy GAC player, so like, is that going to actually help you? Probably not. You know, so I don't know. Moonborn, are you here? I need like a little animation I can play, like an I have spoken animation, something. Just gonna pop this in real quick. Sound core, there we go. So I'm gonna move on, man. I wish I could tell you more, but I cannot. We're gonna keep this on. We're gonna move on to the next one. We're gonna close that down. Rogue. Okay, what time is it? 1:38. 1:39, right? 1:39. Rogue. Rogue One. Rogue Legacy. Burnt Toast, are you Solo Straight's other account with this Bodhi Rook shit? Rogue. Usually in top 5, mainly Executors, 1 Leviathan peeping on the horizon, no fleet discord or talking. Okay, our assault battles are mostly in order, but there might be some shoring up that we can do there. Can't decide at the moment, close to finishing JMK, JML, and Jabba. Guys. JML, and we're close to JMK, JML, and Jabba. I mean, we know where this is going. Finish up loose ends like Watt, Zori, Imp Troopers, Jedi Knight Revan, DR Squad. Are you dead set and continuing? No. How highly do you value efficiency? Efficiency over fun. Efficiency is the fun. That was Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, and he is done. I'm not going to guess the GP because I did see it while I was changing this over. It would not be fair. We have an Executor. We are hitting rank 2. We do want to be careful of... Oh, only 2 GLs. We do want to be careful of that peeping Leviathan on the horizon. You know, I do know that Executor can still beat Leviathan with Punishing One, which should be farmable soon, but it is more RNG dependent than it used to be. Yeah, we have somebody, Solo Straight, I think, has R9 Bodhi Rook. It's like his favorite character. I want to just take a look at some of these things. Inquisitors. No Inquisitors. No Inquisitors yet. Interesting. Imperial Troopers. Forest Moon is only a CT1? My dude. Where is it? Veers is the leader. Is he the one with the lead? I can never remember which one the lead is. Is it Veers or Stark? And I can't check, apparently. My God. I think it's probably Veers, right? So you have not put anything into Stark, which is crazy. I would say if you tried... Let's see. Stark's thing. Is he the one? Like, I wish I could hover over this and see. Why can I not hover over this and see? If you tried, like, Veers, Piet, Range Trooper, Dark Trooper. Let's just check in game, because this is pissing me off to not know. That Terminator. That Terminator would be really helpful. And those staggers. Okay. I mean, as a short-term project, I'm telling you, if you bring Stark even to like G10 probably. If you were to bring Stark to like fucking G10 and you did like Veer, Stark, Piet, Range Trooper, Dark Trooper, you could probably turn that CT1 into a CT3 on Forest Moon very, very easily. Hey, Womp Rat. How's it going, buddy? Man, you're usually on later than me, so I'm surprised. I guess you got all your shit done early today. But hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, so, yeah. Do I do the video in a kilt? Yes, you do the video in a kilt. You absolutely do the video in a kilt. 100%. And I don't think I sent you a Dropbox link. I'll send you a Dropbox link later today so that you can upload it easily. But you absolutely do it in a kilt. 100%. I will be doing it in a suit. I don't have a kilt. And I'm not crowdfunding a kilt. Places of power. Let's see where we're at with that. Sith. Okay, so mostly you're probably doing places of power at CT2 with First Order and not bothering to do. You're not doing CT3 right now because it's a pain in the ass with First Order, but you absolutely can do it with First Order. I get not wanting to because, again, it's a pain in the ass. Jedi Ground War is CT2. You can, based on your Jedi, you can almost definitely do CT3 of Ground War. Just take all of the speed off of Jedi Knight Luke, throw him in as the leader, put in Hermit Yoda and make Hermit Yoda as fast as you fucking possibly can, and do something like Jedi Knight Luke, Hermit Yoda. Who else do we have? Do we have a General Kenobi here? General Kenobi. I don't know if Jedi Knight Cal would be a really great fit here. Definitely Jedi Knight Revan. And I think the 5th is more open. Jedi Knight Cal might actually not be a bad idea for this. But if you do that and you open with the granted special from Jedi Knight Luke and you slow everybody down and you end every wave with the granted special and open every wave with a stun from Jedi Knight Luke, you will be able to do Ground War. You're just going to have to remod super, super duper slow Jedi Knight Luke, super fast Hermit Yoda, and as fast as possible on everybody else. Military might. Let's see what we got going on here. 1. Do we have Mommy Mothma yet? No Mommy Mothma yet. She's not there yet. Nope, haven't even started. I mean, with Luke, Chewpio, C-3PO, Chewbacca, and where the fuck's Han Solo? Oh, you got him. And Han Solo. This is a modding issue. You can absolutely do CT3 of this one too with no problem at all. Just by going high speed, like really, really high speed on all of these characters, doing the granted special in round 1 on everybody to get those extra assists, and you should have absolutely no problems getting CT3 on Military Might. Now, let's see. Now, here's the thing. Your crux is JMK, JML, and Jabba. Look, if you don't have cat, JMK is good, but not amazing. And even if you do have cat, JMK doesn't offer a ton of things to an account other than, yeah, he's good, right? Whereas JML and Jabba offer a lot of back end to your account with really propping them up for other game modes. Like, look at how, what do you, like, can't decide a close to finishing requirements for JMK, JML, and Jabba, and wondering if we should switch it. Yes, finish Jabba. I mean, you're so close to him that I'm not even putting him on my farm Jabba thing, because I feel like that's not even fair. Yes, farm Jabba. Jedi Master Luke. Yes, farm Jedi Master Luke. JMK, I don't give a shit about JMK. We don't care about JMK right now. Finish Jabba first. Get JML next. Honestly, I think what I would do is Jabba, JML, Profundity, Leia. That's how I would do this. You know, Profundity's been getting a bad reputation lately because of the Executor buff. One, I highly think that Profundity is going to be getting a similar buff in the near future to kind of make sure that they're evened out again. But two, the important thing here is that Profundity does still beat a Leviathan, and fairly reliably, if you throw in Mark 6 as the first reinforcement. So I would do Mark 6 as a slow farm right now, just like 5 battles a day. And I would do exactly what I just said. I would do Zori as a short-term project because you have Rey, right? And it's just a really super quick, easy thing. But I would do Jabba, JML, Profundity, into Leia. It gets you into that nice little wheelhouse of all of those. And honestly, being at 7.5 million and thinking maybe 6 months to do all of that, that's probably the time you start thinking about Inquisitors. I have spoken. That's it. There's nothing else to tell you. That's what you need to do. You got 6 months of shit to farm. Farm that 6 months worth of shit. Let's keep going. My weekly... Oh my god. Last week you averaged 7 hours, 36 minutes of screen time per day on this device. Holy shit. I need... How? How did I average that fucking much? What the fuck? There's no way. How the fuck did we do that? My god. What the fuck? Was there just a... Oh, there was some days that I was just on Star Trek Fleet Command for a fuck ton of time. God damn. You just unlocked Jabba. Nice. Dude, you know me. Jabba's the way to go. Jabba's what you gotta do. Jabba is that warm hug at night. Alright, let's keep going. Let's see what we got. Jrntrx. Jrntrx. What is our time like right now? Is 1:51. Let's say 1:51. And that gives me 18 seconds to breathe. Yeah, this fucking PC client. I actually just recently started using the PC client, so I'm not as bad as I definitely could be. People who have used the client a lot longer than I have. I don't know how many hours though, because when I hit the EA app, it's like, no, the game's up, you can't look. All right, we're at 1:51:20 Jrntrx. Let's see what we got. A link to your GG. I do have that up. Top 20 of your fleet arena, 90% executors, otherwise negotiators, so a newer. Don't need exacts or screenshots. Are you coordinating? Yes. Assault battles, they seem mostly in order for where you are. Secrets and shadows. Fanatical devotion, what are you currently working on? Java. Are you dead set on continuing? Nope. Yes, you absolutely should be dead set on continuing Java. I prefer efficient farms. Are there any favorite characters you want to prioritize? No, there are not. Man, 12-9 was a popular day for requesting roster reviews. Damn. Let's see. I'm going to say about 2.5 to 3 million account. And if it's any more than that, I'm going to be mind-blowing. Oh, okay. Just about 3.5 million account. Look at that. Love it. I love that for you. No... We have no GLs yet. But, I mean, it's not bad for where we're at in the game. So we have Jedi Knight Luke. We have that. We have Executor. We're not here with Profundity. Jabba. JML is next. Let's see what's going on here. Let's check out this Places of Power real quick. Papa Palp. Nihilus. I will tell you, I've said this before, Papa Palp lead Darth Vader, Darth Revan, Darth Traya, and Nihilus. You bring Nihilus to G12, you can probably very easily crank that Places of Power to CT2. Imperial Troopers. Okay, and Troopers are not really there yet. The others are fine. What about, I saw something here. Okay, the rest of them are not there yet. No, not even at all. Look, I'm going to tell you, Turtle Mode is not for the faint of heart. You are going to lose, right? Super, super important. You will lose, and you will lose a bunch. But you will win enough if you do it right. And I'm a big fan because it saves me so much time. Let's see. How are our Inquisitors? Okay. Okay. Alright, let's check out this guild. 314. Are they requesting Zephyr? TB, TW units. Not really yet. Not at all. You did finish Outrider already. I don't think that there's a wrong way between going Jabba first or going JML first. But I do think that if you get one, you need to get the other. Both farms will significantly alter your account in fundamentally important and like fundamentally solid ways. So since you're already on the Jabba route and you are a little bit closer to Jabba, I will say go for Jabba first. It's the same thing that I told Rogue. You know, I would just go right into that quadrant of Jabba, JML. Wait, let me just check something with Discord. You are coordinating with your fleet shard, so I'm assuming you're getting into the top. That's fine. I would do Jabba, JML. I would do Profundity to get it to the 4 to 5 stars so that you can slowly let it build up. So that as Leviathans start unlocking, you won't be spending as many crystals towards it. And I would go to Leia. I mean, it's just such a nice little, it's like a not paint by numbers. It's almost like a connect the dots on your account, right? You go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, and you hit all of those really strong notes for an account. And then your ROI is almost completely done. And then after that, I don't know if I'd go Inquisitors yet. I think I would do Jabba, JML, start slow farming for Jedi Knight Cal, strong pushing for Profundity, pushing for Leia, and then in all of that process, unlocking Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, which will help your guild. Your guild will probably start wanting that at that point, and it will help your JML. And this is going to really help Rebel Roundup. It's going to really help your modding. It's going to really help you in Conquest. It's going to really help you in TB. And then obviously everything kind of just really helps you in GAC at this point in the game anyway. You know, you don't really have to worry about the new stuff. You're too low on the totem pole to have to worry about constantly getting the new thing. That's where you are in the game. That's what I would do. That's how I would do it. I said this to someone else at the more of the end game portion of things. You're more in that procurement of ROI portion of things, and you want to make sure that you are maximizing the early game stuff. Now, how long is that going to take you? Probably 6 to 8 months. So, yeah, I would do that. It's exactly how I would do it. I would not do it any other way. Let's keep going. I have spoken or something. I don't know. Oh, my throat is killing me now. Let's see if we can get at least one more. And because I think Estafano is here, right? I think I saw him somewhere. So let's try to make the masses happy. And let's get to Estafano. Estafano. Luigi Trattoria. Let's see. Link to your GG. Leviathan's Executors. No, just trying to learn some of the payouts of others in order to not hit them. I highly recommend looking and seeing if there is a Discord. It makes things so much easier because it's basically just a payout channel. I forget the payouts of I forget the payouts of everybody. This helps me. This tells me like right away, like this is who I got to work with, right? So I would really, if possible, try to find that fleet Discord. And I have a nice 4-minute video. It's super quick on how to find that if you haven't already. Looks pretty much in order. Seer in the Shadow, CT1, Fanatical Devotion, CT1, Relicking Jabba as of now, then Seer, Cal, Malagos team for a break of the high relics. Then into Malgus Ray, Ben, and DS Ray. I'm here. Ooh, we got UB's name. Look at that. Are you dead setting continuing? Only up to Malgus. Okay. How highly do you value efficiency? 80, 20. Are there any favorite characters? Seer, Team, and Malgus, but also considering Lord Vader. Okay. All right. Let's see where we are going with this. Let's check this out, shall we? I didn't say it was a secret. I'm just saying I didn't know it. 8.5 million. Kyber 4. So you in this time you got Jabba, because this said I think that you were finishing Jabba, relicking Jabba as of now. So you finished Jabba, your relic 17, your rank 17. This no longer tells me what you're normally hitting. So if you could tell me what you normally hit, in your fleet climb, that would be great. Like what your average is. Is it just top 20? Is it top 10? Fighting Mongoose 485. Collection 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Java JML. Let's check out our Inquisitor. I mean, this is the time in the game where like you should normally be like it's like you can get into the top 10. Okay. Inquisitors, Night Sisters for Secrets and Shadows. With where your Night Sisters are, honestly, if you G12 Marin, Mother Talzin, AV, Old Daka, Zombie, Marin, you probably could do CT2 fairly easily. I absolutely get that. I spend as little time on the fleet climb as possible. And if I get to number 5 and have 3 battles left, I'm happy. I just don't care anymore. Okay, Ray's close. Leviathan. How close are you on Malgus? And Fury class. How close are you on Malgus and Fury class? These ships are going to be a pain in their ass, though. I'm loving it. Let's see while we're waiting. Seer, Cal. I mean, you really should go for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis at this point, especially if you're doing Seer and Cal. 80 if you're for... That's how much you have left, I'm assuming, right? So, like, Malgus you'll unlock next month. Fury class you'll unlock in 4 months. If I'm reading that correctly. That would be my assumption. Or is that how many you have? Because that would suck. If you're doing a Seer, Cal, Malicos team, I really would strongly consider Jedi Knight Cal Kestis as a more... If I say, do you like Coke or Pepsi, you can't say yes. I said both. I was like, do you have left or do you... Now I'm confused. Please type in chat. Yes, that's how many I have left. Or please type in chat. Yes, that's how much is left. Okay. All right. Perfect. I would really strongly consider Jedi Knight Cal Kestis as a short-term goal for you, especially since you're doing Seer and Cal for the Malagos team anyway. It makes sense to get those other 2 to G12, or the other 3. Marin will help you with Secrets and Shadows as well, so there is that added benefit of the ROI, and it is a smaller farm. Seer, Cal, Malicos, great. I would absolutely do Malgus, but I really think that it makes sense for you to go balls to the walls into Leviathan, right, as your major long-term goal. Now, Rey is much closer than Leviathan, so I think that I would probably treat it as Leviathan is a secondary, Rey is a primary. Make sure that you're doing some battles towards Leviathan each day, while also like pushing strongly towards Rey, just because you're so close to it. While you're doing Rey, you've probably heard me talking, oh, look at that, you already know, you already did Zori. Rey would be your big term goal, and that should be in 2 months, you should be done with that at that point. And then Leviathan becomes your major goal while you're finishing up Ben. You can probably have that Leviathan done in that 4 to 5 month time frame that it's going to take you to get Fury class done. It is annoying that like the Sith ships, some of them are Cantina farms, but I would really bite the bullet on that. There is still some ROI, not ROI, RNG on the fleet battle of Leviathan versus Leviathan, but it is not as bad as it's not as bad as Executor versus Leviathan. And I do think that as we push more fleet stuff, that you're going to want to have that newest team, right? The newest fleet that we currently have. Slow farming ships for Leviathan, good. Relic and BB-8 at the moment, good. So perfect. You're on the right track, man. But I would really strongly consider throwing Jedi Knight Cal Kestis into the short term, because, I mean, you already are doing half of that farm anyway, and it does significantly increase the viability of the Jedi Master Luke team. And your guild will love you for Zepho and Secrets and Shadows. You should, without too much more, if any investment, should be able to get CT2 done of Secrets and Shadows. I hate Cal Kestis. I hate Cal Kestis. I have a Cal Kestis Funko Pop upstairs that my guild leader purchased for me as a joke to piss me off. Like, and my relationship with my guild leader was, and this is before I started streaming, but he asked me for my address because he wanted to send me a gift. So I gave him my address. He said he mailed it to me. And the next thing that I said to him, was, hey, I bet you sent me a Cal Kestis Funko Pop, didn't you? And I was like, are you... And I was like, are you serious? Like, he was like, are you serious? Like, how did you guess that? And I was like, I just know you well enough. So I do have a Cal Kestis Funko Pop upstairs, and I told him I would not throw it away just because he spent money on it. Maybe we'll burn it on stream one day. We do like a level 5 hype train, and I'll burn the fucking Cal Kestis Funko Pop on stream. That would be crazy. And it would piss him off, and I would send it to him. I actually have a friend that's afraid of clowns, and I sent him a Pennywise Funko once, and he sent me a picture of the Pennywise Funko next to his oven with the oven lit, and I sent him back, and I said, listen, man, I hate you that much, so much, that if you burn the Pennywise Funko Pop, I will send you 2 more. And if you burn those 2, I will send you 4 more, and I will keep doing that until I run out of money. So he still has that Pennywise Funko Pop to this day. UB, when we talk about global warming and we talk about, climate change, I don't hate the planet. Here's the thing. Here's my thoughts on the planet. The planet is a lifeless rock. The planet does not give a shit what I do. When I die, and when humans end up blowing themselves up, the planet will be fine. The planet does not give a shit. So if you want to say Egg hates life on this planet, fine. You can say that about climate change. You can absolutely say that about climate change. But the planet itself does not give a shit. As for nobody down for Jabba, that's just because everybody that's come on so far today has said, hey, I'm in the middle of farming Jabba. So it's just not fair for me to put him down. Yeah, planet's going to be fine. In a million years, they're going to say, humans were fucking stupid. It's not the planet that's the problem. Climate change needs to be rebranded as we're killing ourselves, not we're killing the planet. Because the planet doesn't give a shit. After Cal, would you recommend prioritize Ray or LV? Back in my day, climate change was called seasons. Yeah, now all our seasons are out of whack because of climate change. It should be snowing right now. How did we get on this topic? Lord Vader. Oh, you're actually relatively close to Lord Vader. God damn. Yeah, honestly, I so rarely look at this because people are so far away from it normally. What are we missing from Lord Vader? A little bit of Echo. We have this. We have the hard stuff. Yeah, man. Streaming has been actually, we're almost a year into streaming. We're almost a year. My first video was in December of 2023, which was the hot sauce video. January, I think, was the first brunch. Maybe it was February. So we're almost at that year point. And we were thinking about maybe celebrating by doing wings again. I was thinking about this last week. Doing wings, tossing them in a really hot sauce, eating them like ghost pepper shit, and then doing a roster review. But those sauces are so fucking expensive. It was like $30 for that other one. Estafano, let me just check out these resistance as a whole right now. I think I would do Ray first. So if I were to kind of say how we should do this, I would do Seer, Cal, Malicos. That's your fun team. I would really push Leviathan as your secondary farm that you do put some work into and you try to slow farm through. I would do Ray next with Ben, and then I would do Lord Vader. That's probably how I would do it. I would prioritize Ray over Lord Vader because I think that with Ben, Ray is going to give you more utility in the short term, and he's going to give you more utility in the short term, and Lord Vader I do think is, I mean, we're looking at maybe like 4 months for both of them. Like I don't think it's going to be a major issue on either end of it. But I think I would do Ray first, and I would really be kind of pushing to make sure that Leviathan you can get in those next 4 to 5 months as well, which should hit right around the time of that you have Fury class. But yeah, Julius, we are finishing up. We've been going about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Our Discord is a great community. There's almost 3,000 people there. And the Discord is less than a year old too, so we have really done some amazing shit now. Is the Seer Malicos for fun, Ray, Ben, Malgus, Leviathan is your secondary farm. Once you finish Ray, go for Lord Vader. UB, we know we're working towards building you back into the functionality of getting you to be a functional member of our community. You know I love you very much. I do. You can clip that. We talk almost every day. We'll get you there. With that said, that's the last one we're gonna do for the day because my throat is already hurting. I will see you guys next Sunday. Maybe before that. I don't know. Sometimes my wife goes to sleep early and I do a GAC. It's rare. It's few and far between. I am going on with UrzZz tonight. I'm going on with UrzZz, and I think that should come out tomorrow. But what I need you guys to do is he has this thing on his Discord. And if you Google him, you Google UrzZz Discord, he has this thing on his Discord called the Community Mailbag. And I need some good questions, right? So head over there and ask some good questions for me to answer. Everyone's asking questions about next week and Bit Dynasty. Ask me some questions. Help me out. Make me look fun. So, if you could do that, that'd be great so that I can have a nice, fun time with him tonight. With that said, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Broncos Country, let's fucking ride, or as my wife would say, yeesnaw, and have a great rest of your weekend. Actually, somebody's on. I think somebody's on. Let's see who's on Twitch, and we'll raid them. We'll do like the whole raid thing. Let's see. I like doing the raid thing. It's nice to say hi to people. So let's see who's on. I like to spread the love. Womp Rat raided into us. Is anyone else on? We've just got Lysol, and I like Lysol, so we'll raid into Lysol. And for everyone else who's on YouTube, you know, have a nice rest of your day and rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.